Okay. I think I lost my video because I touched the side of it. So yeah, as I was saying that Tony is no longer here because he made the bad mistake of going making friends with these black girls, and they took him over. And once you make friends with them, you just it's just toxic, it's just poison. And so unfortunately, when he does come back, he comes back for a war or vengeance apparently. And so this time it has been the last. Apparently, I'm realizing it's probably this is the last of it. And so he has been calling me saying that, oh, he's gonna be here this weekend, and every time he's not showing up. So I'm just tired and frustrated. um, Somebody, as I said, again, has access to the apartment, which it's just another thing, which I have no privacy in my own place, and they come and they do as they please. They like to dictate as they please, especially where my brother is concerned, and they are not changing it. God bless the heart of our principal, Mr. Howell, who, had foreseen what was coming, and and my mother, who had saw his behavior and know that he was very much troubled in his mind, that he just can't let be. They just want to have a mind of their own. And every time that they come near me, it's just so toxic, and it's just so worrified, where unfortunately I am being ill and put in detrimental situation where I am going physically under. And Brandy, who is very much, I think, is a part of it, she's not responding. And she just go on as if she just doesn't care, because as long as they push it in her favor, as they have done it before, because Nigerians want to win, and Arabs are hailing them, and the white ones over here are cheering them on. It's never going to be an easy outcome for me, because I'm thrown over by the Indians, but the Indians don't accept me, so they are warring against me, and she's following me as if it's a competition between me and her. And especially where men is concerned. So it's a sight to see. It's just for sore eyes, total sore eyes. So I don't know. I just don't know. I have a few weeks to go. Today is the 20th. Tomorrow, Monday, will be the 21st, I think, 21st of July. So I'm still contemplating. It's still an ongoing matter. What I'm doing, if I'm staying here, what's gonna happen. My mind is made up. If I don't get any papers, my bags will be packed in the first week of August, that's for sure. And because I'm not staying here without any papers, everybody's being brainwashed for me to go to the hospital here, because they have it all figured out. Yeah, they have it all figured out, and since they can bounce over my mother and give access to Veronique, who is illiterate and stubborn in her head, and like to tell lies, because these Tunisian apparently give her the right when she's not. And this is why their countries are being so under scrutiny, under scrutiny, because of what they're doing. Because if they're gonna copy a person's like Veronique or my uncle in their race, when I see Tunisians or Arabs, Moroccans, Algerians as white people. For me, they are white people. They're Occidentals. They're living over here. And if they're gonna go into people's race and people's country, and they're gonna copy them as white, and they're gonna use their kids against me each time, evidently their country is gonna be in shitty situation as it is, and you cannot blame people for it. You are totally at fault, and I don't mind telling them that they are at fault. They need to be aware of it. I have seen at my workplace where an Arabic woman who is copied into Dito is a woman who is Karen mother, who they came from the side where they did not have housing, so they came and lived with us. This woman is very mischievous, very cold, and she's copied into one of these Arabics, which I believe probably Tunisian or Moroccan. And I have seen where a woman who came, and she's like, she have a 10-year-old son, and is as though she's telling her 10-year-old son not to speak to me or not to, and I'm like, look at that. I am simply doing my job. I am being polite, and this woman is brainwashing her 10-year-old child against me. Can you imagine how far that can go? When you poison a child mind like that, and then in a couple of years that child is going to be out there alone on his own, thinking that every black person are a mean person, or think are trying to get into a conflict with a black person, or just disliking black person on a whole because his mother is just a stupid witch, just the devil. And these people, they are very, very evil. And I never really looked at it that way. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be behind scene, to see how devilish they can be. And it's something so simple, so simple that can tilt the entire world. So simple, just because they are being nosy into into other people's business, other people's culture, and they are dictating as such that it's supposed to be as such, and it's totally unfair. If they're doing it in a way where it's supposed to be corrected, so we can have a better environment, a better communication skills, a better connection into the community, then that's fine. But if it's about isolation and about creating war, creating conflictual problems into generation after generation, it's totally not sane to do something like that. It isn't. It really isn't. And so if from day one, 30 years ago, the French was there in Jamaica. I didn't know much about Arabics, to be honest with you. I had no knowledge about Arabics back then. I don't know if they were there for sure, but I their race, I did not know impertinently things about them. I only know of America for the most part. I knew of European people, of course, but I didn't knew a lot. I knew a little about Africa. So I'm glad that I traveled here, and I can see how other people, you know, how they work, how their mind work, how their mentalities are, and you have to be cautious in these areas with them, because it's not pretty at all. It's just so calculating, probably is the word, and a whole lot of unfairness going on. But yeah, I'm just living my life and trying to make the best of it. It's not a pretty sight where I'm at this point. I would like to move to have a bigger space.